Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Back, and I thought I would just do a quick video. I just kind of had an idea today, and I haven't been doing as many videos, so I thought I better just do it while I had a moment to talk about it. So I'm going to do one of my little talking about whatever, I don't know what number it is, it'll be on the video. I want to talk a little bit about mood reading and readathons. So I don't know how I'm going to title this, but okay, so I do a lot of readathons. A lot of them are mostly the month-long ones. Those are the ones I enjoy the most because it gives me the most flexibility to mood read. And as you know, I really like to mood read. And a lot of times I'll put stuff on my TBR, but I won't read it till like the end of the month. Even though at the beginning of the month, or usually the week before the end of the month, I'm really hyped for them and those are the books I want to read. But a lot of times I won't read them until the end of the month. For some reason it still takes me weeks to get to them because I have all these things inserted that I'm going to read before that. So I don't know. Anyway, that kind of happened again in this month. But I finished all the ones that were on my TBR, which is pretty good. So I'm pretty excited about that. So it's been Victober, which is awesome. It's one of my favorite of the month-long readathons that I do. As I said, I do several of them. I like the 2-week ones too because it gives you time for me to read because I'm not the fastest reader and I also only read so many books at one time, although this month has been kind of an exception to that. So, but the thing is, I burnt out. Like, I am at a point now, I've finished 12 Victorian books or short stories and I am done. Like, I finished one on Sunday, and I thought, okay, well, I have 2 more that I kind of want to get to. I have a week, I should be able to do it, and also finish my audiobook, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Monday, I was like, I'm not reading these books. Like, it was like a flip. Like, I woke up and went, I am done. Now, I did listen to a lot of my audiobooks, so now I'm halfway through The Tenant to Wellfell Hall. Not going to be a spoiler, this is taking me a while. But I'm halfway now. And I listened to a lot of it yesterday, which was a surprise. I had some time to do that. And so I've got halfway, but now I kind of want to abandon it because it's the last one I have that I was in progress before Sunday. I did want to read another Wilkie Collins. I was going to read Jezebel's Daughter, but Monday I tried to pick this up and I just couldn't concentrate on it. My mind just kept wandering. It was like telling me, no, this is not the time to read this book, which is a disappointment because this is actually one of the books I really did want to read, even though, I mean, it was one of my possibilities. But again, I did read 2 other smaller Wilkie Collins. I was kind of hoping still to get to a short novel, but it's not going to happen. And then I hoped to pick up, oh, this is hard to do this with this little stick thing. Anyway, The Way of the Flesh that I borrowed from my dad. So I really do need to read this, but I couldn't get into this either. It's also a horrible print job on this. There are no indentations. All the paragraphs they start at the beginning. There's no indentations for the paragraph. Oh, it's horrible. It's going to be horrible reading. I already know that. I have a format in my brain that things should be. When they're wrong, they're wrong. Anyway. But this is another Victorian book again, it was written during the Victorian times. It was not published until afterwards because he didn't want it published during his lifetime. But anyway, I don't need to go into this. The point is that I had a plan to read this, which is about 235 pages. And then I had a plan to read this, which was about 250. And I thought, oh, that'll be perfect. That'll probably be what I could read this week. And then I'd finish out Halloween with a couple Halloween reads. And then, then go into Nonfiction November, which is another month-long readathon. So mood reading, again, as I said, I am very much a person who usually has several possibilities I want to read next, or I'll just think of something and I'll go and grab it and read it. And so readathons are really good because it does make me go through the books that I have bought for those readathons in years past, and I can get through them then. Again, most of my Victorian books, I buy several every year, and I always make my collection even bigger. So I always have books to read on those. So I need to read more of those during the year, but it's just, I have a lot of books. Anyway, in a lot of different genres that I cover. So like Nonfiction November, I'm excited. I have all these books. You'll see in my video in a couple of days. That is huge. There's no way I'm going to read all those books. The point is they're all possibilities. I picked a couple of them that I'll probably read, but I didn't, in that video, I hadn't even got to that point. I only knew one book I was going to read. And that's probably still true. Everything else is kind of maybe. But the point is I have another week of Victober, but I can't, I can't make myself read anymore. So, I figure I did 11 that are finished. The Tenant of Wallfall Hall is still half done. I did listen to the audiobook this morning, but when I got into the car to drive home, I could not turn it on. Like, it was like, no, I can't listen to this again. So, as I said, it's better now that I'm deeper into it, but it's still not my favorite book, and it's probably not ever going to be. But I do want to finish it to say I finished it, because again, I want to finish all the Brontes, but I also, this is again one of those books that I've DNF'd 2 other times, and I'd really like to finish it out, so we'll see. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but the whole thing I'm trying to get at is, I don't know if other people do this, where I love the month-long readathons because I get quite a variety of things I can read in a month, you know, because I usually read between 8 to 12 titles. Sometimes I read a lot more. Matters how long or short my books are. I had a couple really long books this month, but I read a lot of short things too, so it kind of evened out, and I still, as I said, I've got 11 of the Victorian reads done, which is pretty good. But yesterday, like as I said, I took Jezebel's Daughter to work with me, and I didn't read anything. I got home and I couldn't read for hours. I played Animal Crossing, and then listening to Tenant of Wallfall Hall, so at least I did that for a little bit. But then I kind of was looking around, and I'm like, what could I read? So I picked up one of my library books that I had that was kind of a spooky read. So I'm not going to show those what I did pick up, because I have a couple of them, one I'm in the middle of and one I just finished. But the thing is that now I'm like, well, do I just finish out, I have 4 library books, do I just finish out the library books so they're gone before Nonfiction November starts, or do I want to pick up, you know, another spooky read that's, you know, not one of my library books, but a book that's been on my shelf for a while that I should read, or should I pick up something from a series, or I don't know, like, I'm in this weird, like, mindset, like, I'm gonna finish this one book that I got from the library today, and then, as I said, I might just, I don't know, I'm in, like, a weird, like, I think I have just, like, I always have readathon burnout in the last week, it feels like, in a lot of the month-long ones. I do really well, and either the last week is me trying to finish up everything that I started, or it's like what I just did is I finished up everything in the last week, or the week before this week. And then this last week, since I don't really want to start anything new, I don't want to, and I want to read other stuff. So I think I'm going to read other stuff. I think I'm going to go total mood reading, so who knows what I'm gonna pick up this week. And I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up on that, because what I said I was gonna read, yeah, no, but it's more, I don't know, I'm not sure how I want to or talk about this. I'm just kind of rambly, and I just wanted to mention it that I went mood reading this week, and I think I'm just going to continue through the 31st, and then November 1st I'll start Nonfiction November on time with stuff. I am very also undecided about NaNoWriMo, or National Novel Writing Month. I've taken part in it 14 years in a row, only failed once due to an eye infection because I couldn't see. But I think I might bow out this year. I have no real ideas. I mean, I have some small thoughts that are coming, so I might use the month as a thing to write every day, or try to write at least more often. Right now, I'm not even writing, at all. And I used to write all the time. And so it's trying to get back into the habit. And I know I love it. And when I get into it, but right now I've been so out of it. This year has just derailed all my writing. I have not written, very much at all. It's very sporadic and very little. So that's another thing why my brain is I think why it kind of shut off, because I didn't want to read any more Victorian literature, because I've enjoyed the last 3 weeks, and I really, really enjoyed a lot of the books. I mean, I don't think I've found any new favorites, but I definitely read some good books, and I'm glad I read them. But now I need to play a little bit and just pick stuff, either the ones from the library to get those done and out the door, or to pick up some stuff on my shelf. So anyway, this is kind of rambly, weird video, so I'm going to wrap it up here. But let me know how you guys feel about readathons. Again, I much prefer the longer ones because it gives me more time to read stuff in the readathon as well as read other stuff. I'm not very strict as the way I read only for that readathon. I've never been able to do that. And clearly this month I was doing so well. And then I'm done. But I'm still going to try to finish the 10 and 12 haul. Hopefully I can make myself listen to it tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. Today I was like, I can't do it again. I just can't. We'll see. Anyway, so I guess I just wanted to see what you guys thought about mood reading with readathons or what. I don't know. This is a weird little video. So anyway, I just thought I'd talk about it. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.